welcome to Teens Talk with Deborah, and here with me is
Easy, aka Bliss.
Okay, our core vision is to see that the young ones, they come to the right mindset and they are instilled with the right knowledge. And our mission is to make sure we reach out to as many teenagers as possible. That is to say, we would not go without seeing the teenagers coming to the right mindset. Bliss, thank you for coming today. Thank you very much. Okay, Bliss, how are you doing?
Very well.
Thank
Life
you.
and
Okay, thank you very much. So I believe when you heard about Teens Talk, you've had this mindset of okay, there is this people we call teenagers, there's this people we call teenagers. Okay, sorry, from what age grade do you think the teenagers should be?
13 to 19. Teen.
Okay, you know, while we were growing up, there's this a conventional mindset of the teenagers must be this, you know. There is always this stereotype belief about teenagers that while we are growing, okay, teenagers, you must not go with this, you must not go with that. That is to say, there is a particular factor that is being confined by the teenagers. You know, some factors that confine the the behavior of a teenager is either the family, their society, or peer influence. Okay, please, you know, while growing up, was there any was there any characteristics or traits you saw in yourself that you felt like, while growing up, this thing, I wouldn't really want to continue in it, you understand? And you know it could be of help to the teenagers. And I don't know if you could just share before we go further. Thank you.
Okay, for me, it was, I was kind of stubborn. I had the mindset that nobody does a thing to me that I don't get back to them.
Wow.
You can beat me as my uncle or as my auntie. I'll not do anything, but you will look for your shoe after.
Wow.
There is that thing I must do to you that will show that I'm getting back at you. But of course, you know that I'm see my face now, very calm.
Wow.
But definitely, I had that mindset that you cannot get to me, that I will not get back to you. And trust me, it was not a good one because it ended up in more beating. Yes.
Yeah.
I was dealt with because of those characteristics. So.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, like I said, and that was probably because this is the stereotype mindset in you that if someone does particular things to me, then the retaliation must come in. Do you understand? But you know, while growing up at a certain age of even being the teenager, yes, a certain light would come to us. Yes, a certain light will come to us. You know, there's probability maybe you got the light through, okay, you gave your life to Christ, or you came through a knowledge that shaped your cultural way of belief, and you end up being the better person you are today. Because I know if you were not a better person, you won't be here today, actually. Yes, you won't be.
God be praised.
Yeah. Okay, you know, why growing up now, like this present stage you are, to when you, okay, let's say from that certain set of a teenager to this particular age, was there something you felt like, okay, this thing really helped me, it shaped my cultural mindset? You know, we're talking about the mindset a teenager should have, and that's very, very pivotal because, you know, when we talk about the mindset of a teenager, we're talking about what makes up the cultural belief of a teenager, what the teenager live with, and what he is doing. Do you understand?
True.
So it is that mindset that ends up culturing the mindset of the teenager, and it makes sure the teenager grows in the right mindset. And I think that will come through a certain enlightenment or a certain personal knowledge on your own, or maybe through an external mentor, or maybe through a teacher, a colleague, or you met with someone and you now notice that, okay, I think I need to go through this part. Was there something you felt like, okay, this thing, I should really go with it? Or you just felt like, you just woke up overnight and you changed?
No, of course not. Change, as much as they say, is constant.
Yeah,
it's not easy
at all.
Moving from a philosophical framework to just switching, it's not usually something that you do overnight. It's something you do over time.
Yeah, it is.
Character change is not what you achieve overnight, but over time. For me, it was the corrections I received from my parents. They were very intentional about me dropping that attitude, that character. Because seeing stuff like that as a bright child. As much as
Okay.
I'd want to go further,
Yeah.
certain characters would not allow me to attain such points, and that's my character of always wanting to get back to the person that offended me.
Yeah.
would hinder me. Imagine if I was spoken to wrongly and I say, okay, so he spoke to me wrongly.
Okay.
I will not have the intention to get back at the person. I might go to a certain extent that would not be right. So for me, it was my parents instilling.
Yeah.
They
the
told
right
me
is
that
still-
this character would not take you. And to the glory of God, I was able to obey. And here we are. God has helped me to drop that character a very long time.
Okay, thank you very much. So now we are trying to say that when it comes to the mindset of a teenager now, I think the parents plays a very vital role.
Charity begins at home.
Yes.
Correcting begins at home.
Yes.
That's why parents should not shy away from the correcting of their children. As much as they
okay.
are young, vibrant, they can learn from society and all.
Yeah.
But then that which is taught them from home goes a long way to shaping how they react in the general society.
Yeah, that's why the Bible will say we should train up a child in the way he should go. And when he grows old, he won't depart. And that's one more thing we need to look out for, is that the child's behavior starts from the home. Do you understand? Yes, the child's behavior starts from the home. That is to say, some teenagers, they tend to feel like their parents, probably sometimes they can be over demanding, or maybe they are not doing it the right way. But I just want them to just have this mindset of that is the best way your parents can do it for you. That is, but you as a person now, you just have to come to the knowledge of this is the extent to which my parents understand parenting to me. So don't have that mindset of my parents is either disturbing me, they are stressing me.
That thing comes into play when children or teenagers start comparing.
Okay.
In a school environment, someone comes and say, my father used to beat me. I'm old enough. I make the decisions in my life and all.
Yeah.
Trust me, most of the time it's not true. They just come putting up that front to ensure that they feel belong, they are in rulership, they are in charge. Most times, these are the people that they watch play from afternoon to evening because of how intentional their parents can be about their discipline. But they come to school and act like their parents does not care about them. They can do what they want. And you, who is having a loving parent that wants to instill such discipline in you as well, you feel okay because my friend is having certain kind of freedom, I should have. Meanwhile, the freedom is not real. It's just making up the story to make it look like thank you, cliche, make it look as if it's real. So stop the comparison. Okay. Your father is the best God can give to you. That's why he gave him to you.
Yeah.
God created you with, he said he knows the thought he thinks towards us to give us a good end, a perfect end. So if God knows that your father would be like this, he would not have given you a father. So there is always something you can always speak from your parents.
And there's one amazing thing is, at that teenager stage, I would say, okay, maybe the constraints to an extent might be like a disturbance. But one thing is, I say it, your parents will never look at you till you enter a pit. Maybe the reproofs might not come so desiring to you.
Definitely.
Do you understand?
Definitely.
The reproofs might not come desiring to you, but I'm sure that they've seen the end from the beginning. So I think teenagers should retrieve that mindset of my parents cannot be the best to raise me from an infancy to the teenage, because that teenage stage is a very, very crucial stage for every individual. I do say some things that if a teenager is well groomed from that teenage stage, I tell you, there is all tendencies 80% of him sustaining a better growth till his youth age. Because why? There is a stereotype conventional way of him thinking.
True.
There is already.
True.
Okay, I just pray God helps these teenagers in the name of Jesus. So we'll be going into another thing that is so so disturbing. Looking at the teenagers at this time, we want to really shape the mindset of the teenagers. We really want to shape the mindset of the teenagers. The teenagers, they do have this belief of, okay, I'm a teenager. I shouldn't, let me still calm down. I shouldn't do some things. I'm still small. But I don't think there should really be a need for that. I don't think there should really be a need. Like you said, let me streamline something back to what we said earlier. The place of our parents, helping to shape the purpose of that teenager, I think is very important.
Definitely.
You understand?
Definitely.
I think it's very important.
They are called caretakers.
Yeah, I think
We have been placed in their custody.
Exactly. So I don't think there is a place of, if we have a timid teenager, then we should check the home. Sometimes we should check. It's either maybe an inherited trait from the father or the mother.
Possibly.
But it now takes the parents' consciousness now to shake it off. Do you understand? Because it is just going to be well, definitely.
It's usually not funny where we have children who come into society and they are looking for their words. They're trying to
come to society looking for their words.
What do I bring to the table? What do I offer to my community? It's not out of place because people get to have this kind of experience, but then you should not stop that way. You can be better. You can be better. The courage you need can be instilled on you either from your parents or from your personal decision.
Okay.
No, your parents will not live your life and you will not live your parents' life. Yeah. So at the end of the day, as much as your parents are instilling the right decision, say you wake up, be bold and all, it still boils down to you to decide that this is what you want to become. Because as much as they encourage you, if you decide that you don't want to, it will have no impact. It will definitely have no impact on your outspokenness or the way you communicate with people. So as much as the parents has a good role to play in ensuring that the child is not timid and all that, the child has to be very intentional about wanting not to be
wanting not to be a timid person. Truly. That's true. Although we know that we all have different temperaments.
Yeah.
Yes, different temperaments.
Melancholic,
sanguine. We have the phlegmatic, and what's the fourth one?
It's the fourth one.
Okay, no problem. So going further, also, I really want to touch the teenager's mind so well, because to a beautiful extent, I would say I thank God for the teenage phase I passed. It's not as if it was a smooth one, because when it comes to peer influence, God just helped. It's not as if I could do it personally, understand? Sure. Like I said, the parents monitoring too, it went a long way. And you as a person too,
let me chip this in.
Okay.
As much as parents influence and monitoring is good, it should not be overbearing.
Yeah.
Every child likes his or her space.
Exactly.
As much as 2 seconds, what are you doing with your phone? If that kind of child is to go to school, trust me, they turn out to be the worst, because they've been given the opportunity to just live their life. As much as you want to check your child and ensure he's not doing the wrong thing, don't be overbearing. 2 seconds, what are you doing? 5 minutes, bring your phone, this one sees you. Yeah, no. Okay. Children don't like that.
Yeah.
Particularly this generation, Gen Z.
Wait. So, but there's something we need to look out for. Okay, wait, there's something we really need to look out for. And what's that? And say, one thing I want us to know is, onto every decision you are making for yourself, do you know there is always a consequence?
Yes, and benefits.
Yeah. If a child is having exam now, you can't expect that child to be on phone 24/7 and the parents won't talk. Although I know there are some parents that they have excesses.
There is a way. I'm not against correction.
Do you understand?
There is a way to correct.
Yeah, there is actually.
Drop your phone. You know you have a not.
Okay. Hey. So for every reproof, there must be a why after it. Why I am reproving you.
Sure, put the child in the know.
It's just like you are saying, okay, don't just make the child.
Don't just drop your phone.
Okay.
There should be like, okay, drop your phone. You have an exam, and of course the man.
Why is it only phone that your mind is committed to? Okay.
What
about
like
the place of dressing well? Now, when it comes to teenagers, they believe that this is a trending dress. Yeah. When my mommy say, let me wear this particular one that will cover my body, say no, that kind of stuff. Okay, I think the teenager should come to the mindset that you are decent should be your essence. Do you understand? You being decent is part of your essence as a teenager. That is to say, if you are decent, I don't think some things would happen. Do you understand?
Literally.
Yes, because in this dispensation we are, and looking at the kind of the kind of country we are in, especially Do you understand? The kind of country we are in, especially, we tend to look out for what we see without knowing the intentions of why people do it.
Of course.
So you
you are addressed the way you dress.
You address the way you dress. But when it comes to other country settings, those things don't really matter. So I believe we need to come down to where we are.
True.
Do you understand?
True.
But beyond we coming down to where we are, it is a commandment from God as well. So
the thing is,
you have to dress well.
Be sincere to yourself. I see people wear some what type of gown is that? And you are drawing. You wore this thing before you left the house.
Please, we're not coming here to
yeah. I'm not. I know guys have their sagging and all the stuff I'm showing, but you as a lady, you know that this gown is short. What are you now drawing down?
Okay, we are bringing.
Why not just wear something comfortable?
Okay, we are bringing a right mindset of decent dressing as well.
As much as possible.
Yes, decent dressing. And being a teenager as well, you're not limited to knowing your purpose early. Being a teenager, you are not limited to knowing your purpose early. That is to say, the earlier you start for you, the better you get better in it.
True.
And you tend to achieve more.
True.
In the years to come. True. You understand? You tend to achieve more in the years to come. So I think there is no need to cut short your life by following some shortcuts. Mm-hmm. Yes, you have
shortcut will cut you short.
We cut you short, exactly. Shortcut definitely cut you short. But doing it the right way has more value. Like it has more value. So even if
the Nigerian parents of today are always comparing. Like I said, I don't celebrate comparison.
Okay.
Your classmate is just graduated. Look at him, he's driving car. He's giving his mother rapper. How did he How did he? Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
We are in a system that is results driven, and nobody's really checking what's better the result. As simple as jam can be, in quotes, people are still influencing it.
Are you serious? Okay.
Go and listen to the news.
That's true.
Parents are paying for their towards score to be added. Children are going to cafe to pay.
Now let me say something.
For jam.
I think the mindset the teenager should have now is that in this teenage phase, you have to be serious. I say it, you have to be serious, because if you don't successfully graduate from the teenage phase, then you would fail in the youth phase.
High tendency.
You would definitely.
You can correct it.
If the mercy of God retrace you back, like it draws you back. Do you understand? Except if it draws you, it's a long road. But I just hope.
Fix it now. That mindset. Check your exposure. Check the things you, the culture you've been acquainted with from your early stage. Your parents believe that 1 million is a big money. Stop those things. They say you should not go to seminar. They used to share red wine. Stop those things. We have left that stage a long time.
Oh hey, there's something I want us to talk about now.
Check your exposure.
There was a time I was having a very good conversation with a teenager, and she was trying to say that she said, "Ma, what if I want to go for a particular course, and my parents want me to go for this particular course?"
That fight has been from 1999.
How do I express? Now, do you know the answer I gave to her? I told her that even if someone is mad, do you understand? If you don't look for that mad person trouble, you pass peacefully. Do you understand? So I told her that there is always an approach to life. You understand? Our reactions to things is what really matters.
True.
And the approach we give to it. So I told her that there is no how you are calling your parents and you are sitting them down, and there's a place of explanation that I'm a teenager.
Sell your vision.
You understand? Sell it to them. They must buy it.
It's not easy, bro.
It's not easy. Do you understand? It's like, especially if you have a toxic parent, or maybe a parent that is
stiff-necked. If it's this road, it's this road.
If it's this road, it's this road. But maybe not have one. So I told her that what you have to do is, it's either you try or you look for someone that will help you try. But don't kill your vision, your purpose, and your dream because of any parental influence. But if their own reason is now more, if their reasons,
you have to reason along.
If their reasons is what considering, then I think then we have to look at it again. So I thought that you have to call them. When you call them, okay, mom, dad, I'm a young person looking towards this certain dream, of which I know you really want the best for me, and I do appreciate if this particular course, if I can go for this particular course rather. And the reason why I want to go for this particular course is because I see God leading me here. Okay, I see my passion in this. Okay, you cannot tell a child, maybe now a child is saying I want to go and study music in school. It's weird.
My papa not agree.
Yeah, just the prayer of like music. So I'm going to pay school fees for music for the next 4 years. You understand that kind of a thing. But I think it's worth giving that child, because we never can tell what the future of that child holds tomorrow.
See, the thing about, let me use this music as a point of reference.
Okay.
As much as you can go to school to read music and not go, you can also read something else. Music is, you can go for a course, and
yeah,
that is where reasoning comes into place.
Yes.
Aside just going ahead to push your music stuff, you can get something doing while music can be an aside. It's not, nobody's stopping you from focusing on your music, but it should not be like the major. You can push other courses.
Okay, yes, that's very important too. That's very important and can be considered as well too. It can be considered. So it's not necessarily going for that music, just laying an instance to that.
Yeah, I get it.
Just laying an instance to that. But like I said, you have to always make your mind up and explain to them. Not you just being strong-headed, saying that this thing I want to do, I must do it.
How long can you be strong-headed under the roof of your parents?
That means you have to pay your school fees.
Exactly.
I have to fend yourself for the next 4 years.
There must be a room for a reasonable compromise.
That's why I said, if their decision is worth considering, then you have to just change your mind immediately. But if you feel like this is what you need to do, then maybe you have to go and pray again. Then when you pray again, then you have to call someone that is very close to them again. But there's some prayer that don't like that.
Wisdom. That's why we always pray for wisdom. Wisdom is the principal.
Yes, and I believe if God really wants you to do that particular thing, then there will always be a way for them to accept it. There will always be a way. So I don't think the teenagers should have this stereotype mindset of I need to be strong-headed. Is what nobody can bend my decision. No, I don't think. I think the teenagers need to be flexible, because that's the most sensitive.
Flexible where necessary. Don't be flexible. When it comes to certain things, hold your ground.
Yes, sir.
You should be flexible when it comes to making decisions that's pertaining whether your parents are involved or not. For certain decisions, you have to hold your yes. Hold your no.
Yes, that is okay. When it comes to some peer influence, I think your yes should be your yes, and your no should be your no. Don't say because he's my friend, let me just have it. Let me just have it done their way. Okay. So quickly before we just round up, what do you think we need to take teenagers again?
So the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom.
Yeah.
So aside the very many advices that are obtainable in the general world, just fear the Lord. He will impart in you the necessary wisdom to navigate through the issues of life. I believe that should do.
That should do. Okay, thank you very much. That should do. Like he said, fear the Lord. Fear the Lord. A child that fears the Lord, the wisdom of God will definitely guide him. It's so balanced. It's
a principle.
Yeah, it's a principle that must not be neglected. And if at any point in time there are some things that is bothering you, learn to speak out. Some teenagers, yes, they die in silence. Yes,
I love them.
They die in silence, and that's because probably there is this home they are in that they can't speak for themselves.
Get someone.
And so you have to get someone. If you feel like this is the person I can entrust this to, then you have to speak out, please.
And the Holy Spirit is locked up in your earthen vessel, so it's somebody you can always.
Yeah, it's someone you can always stay, and I believe he will always comfort you. Yes.
He's a comforter.
He's a comforter. Yeah, there are sometimes that some things will be running through your mind, and some things just drops. I be like, okay, wow. But the Holy Spirit will always comfort you. But it's also good to have a mentor if need be. To feel like some teenagers, before they want to okay, go to Holy Spirit and pray. They will have to, woo. That's just the nature of that particular age. So on them, when they pour their mind out to whomsoever they feel they can pour their mind out to, then they'll not come and say, God. God comes as second, but it should not really be. But at some point, I just pray God helps it. God will keep helping the teenagers to have the right mindset. Yes, we said our vision is to make sure that teenagers are enriched with the right mindset. Yes, they are enriched with the right mindset, and we enlighten them to make sure they grow with the right set of skills. You understand? The right set of skills, and the mission is to make sure we reach out to as many teenagers as possible. Thank you very much for watching. This is Teens Talk with Debbie. See you next week Thursday. Ellie, please, thanks for coming.
My pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.